Hello and welcome to chemistry. My name is Mr. Roche, and I will be teaching both academic and honors chemistry this semester. This video should be useful for both levels. I am pictured here in front of our Pride sign during a little commercial bit I did for Crispy Crunch and Berry Bits. A little bit about me, my education and background. I went to the University of North Carolina and got degrees in both chemistry and English. I think this is very helpful as a teacher, that it allows me both to understand the topics and I'm also somewhat trained in delivering different ways to present those topics. After that, I went to the Ohio State University, where I got a master's in organic chemistry. I did research for about 20 years at the Research Triangle Institute. Most of what I did was studying drug addiction and cures for drug addiction, which I bring up because students, no doubt, will come home and tell their parents that I know how to make drugs or something. That is not the case. I tell people all the time this is something of a reverse Breaking Bad, where I researched preventing drug abuse for 20 years and then I started teaching high school. Recently, I returned to school again, got a master's from NC State in the College of Education for science teaching. So that is about me. The course will be based on points. So rather than assigning a percent to everything and hoping we have the same amount every semester or every unit, what we're going to do is tests will be between 50 and 60% of your grade, and then all other assignments will be the other 40 to 50%. So, for example, if I were to give a quiz, and let's say that quiz was worth 15 points, and then I'd give a lab, and let's say that lab was worth 20 points, and then other assignments in the unit um, were totaling another, let's say, 20 points, we would add all that up. So that's 40, 55 points. So then the test for that unit would be worth 55 points. So that way, you know, every time for every unit that all the work you did and the test um, have equal value or whatever it is that we were aiming for. And this helps with if we have an abbreviated week because of weather or something, or if just the topic doesn't have as much to cover. Every time the work and the assessment will be um, based on this point system. So about 50-50, or in some cases 60-40, depending on the topic. As far as supplies that you'll need for this class, a notebook and a calculator that has the log function is very important. So we're looking for that log function on the calculator you use. You will not be able to use your phone, as we are hoping to be completely in person with all testing. All right. So the goal of this course is to rekindle a love of science and confidence for success. I have made and will continue to make YouTube videos for all lessons. So if you miss something in class, you want to hear it again, or there's just a review that you want to do before a test, everything I do in class will be on YouTube, posted for free, that you can watch at your discretion. And a little bit of what drives me, I follow the advice that as a scientist, I should embrace experimentation. One of the first principles I worked for when I was teaching middle school math told me that, and it really stuck with me. So, in that vein, this is a picture I took when I was at Kitty Hawk. And what I love about this is the rock here in the foreground is where the flight started. And I love that they have these markers here of all the quote unquote failed or flights that did not work to their hope. When the successful flight occurred, it went all the way to this tree line. But they have these markers because science is all about learning from your mistakes and making mistakes, and that is something I try to stress, is when you're doing the assignments, it's okay to make a mistake, it's okay to be confused. You need to learn from that situation, and that will get you further in life than anything else. So here are some reviews that I had, some feedback from classes I taught here at Leesville last year. So we were all online for the most part. This is the honors chemistry from 2020. I asked them if their grade reflected the effort they put into the class. And as you can see here, between agree and strongly agree, we have 85% of students agreeing or strongly agreeing that what they put into the class is what they got out. If you want to see that in academic, this is spring 2021 academic, mostly online. We did do a little bit face to face, but again, you can see a 80, was that 82%, 83% almost, believed that the effort they put in reflected the grade they ended up getting. So some other things you may want to see from students that I've taught, their advice to you: I believe the textbook was needed to succeed in this class. This is the honors group again. For the most part, they disagree, 72%. If you want a textbook, we have them, that's fine, but we don't require them. But we do have a large number to hand out if you would like them. That's not a problem if you like to follow along like that. But if you don't typically use a textbook, that is not going to be necessary for success in this class. Do you need a calculator? Now, this is different. You do need that calculator. You cannot be using just your mental math necessarily, or the phone that you have. So we would like very much for you to get some sort of calculator. We do have some on hand if you forget it one day or the battery dies. But if you can have a calculator, as you can see here, most agree or strongly agree that a calculator is necessary for this class. And the other thing which I wished would get out there, this is a very math intensive course. And as you can see again, when asked, does chemistry require strong understanding of math, 90% of the students, this would be honors, it's similar in academic, believe that you need to embrace the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of math when you do chemistry. So if that's not your cup of tea, this might not be the course for you, but this course will be doing a fair amount of math along with it. So the last thing, this is my name, and I learned this back when the internet was sort of invented. You can rearrange the letters of my name to spell out Chemical Hero. It's kind of a cool little thing that I appreciate. So that is an introduction to me. I'm looking forward to having you in course, and let me know if you have any questions.